All right, guys, today I'm going to show you how to use your Android phone as a webcam for your stream. Let's get going. Now, for those of you who are subscribed to the channel for a while, you might know that I already made a video showing how to do this. I just recently watched the video and my gosh, it was hot trash. So I'm remaking it mainly because OBS is updated, Android is updated, the plugin is updated, everything is updated. There was a lot of questions about how to set certain things up. So I'm gonna go over all of that today in this video. So let's jump right into it. Today, we're going to start off with DroidCam OBS on the website dev47.com/OBS. DroidCam OBS. Use your phone as a camera directly in OBS Studio. First off, scroll down. We need to first off download the application to our phone. So if you click on here, the Android app on Google Play, you can click here. There's a button that says install more devices. Click that. And then it'll show up all the devices you can install it on. Choose the device you want to install it on and then click install. And then you'll be good to go there. It'll do that in the background and we don't have to worry about it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to download the OBS plugin. It requires 64-bit OBS Studio versions 25 plus. I'm using OBS 29, so I suggest you use that one as well. Streamlabs is still not supported. Downloads for OBS Studio, since I'm using OBS 29, I'm going to use downloads for OBS Studio version 28. Okay, we'll click that. We'll click our operating system. This one's going to be for Windows. Then we're going to download, whoopsie doodle, the DroidCam OBS setup 2.0.1.exe. Click save. And we're going to wait for that to download. And then once it has, we're going to click that. And we're going to be met with this pop-up here. We're going to click I agree. We're going to choose where we want it to download. We're going to click next. You're going to choose if you want Android USB support or Apple USB support. I'm not going to go over Apple USB support, but you're smart. You can figure it out. I believe in you. I'm going to be going over the Android USB support today. I'm going to click install. Mine's going to say that there's already problems. For you, though, it should just download it nice and easy. Now, if you watched my old tutorial and it's saying that it's already installed, even though you haven't installed the newest version, what you're going to need to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to go to your control panel, okay? And you're going to come into here. You're going to uninstall a program and you're going to come down here and you're going to look for DroidCam OBS plugin. You'll just click that, click uninstall, and you'll be good to go. Then you can install the new plugin and you'll be caught up. So that installs the plugin, that installs the app. That's it. We're only like maybe 2 minutes into the video and we're already done installing everything. So super cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our OBS and you're going to see, kind of done a little prep in there. So we're gonna come down here, we're gonna add a source and we're gonna be adding a DroidCam OBS source. Click that and you're gonna call this whatever you want. I'm gonna call it Pixel 7 Pro because that's the phone I have. And we're gonna click okie dokie. Now, you're gonna have a couple different options, okay? So you have the resolution, right? For free, the app will include 640 by 480 and 960 by 720. And I believe you can still get 1280 by 720 and 1920 by 1080 with a watermark. Now, if you want to get the pro version and remove the watermark, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's a great program. It's like $12.99 right now. If you are using Apple, I would recommend going with EpocCam. It's a little more inexpensive. Plus, it integrates with Elgato software a little bit better. Their camera utility as well, so you can do a bunch of cool things. If you have Apple, just use EpocCam. If you're using Android, DroidCam OBS is the way to go. So I'm going to choose my resolution here. The developer recommends using AVC/H.264, so we're going to use that. And we're going to use Wi-Fi IP. Now, what we need to do is we need to find that Wi-Fi IP. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, first off, go into our phones. Ta-da, here it is, the phone. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up our DroidCam app. So open up that app. And here we're going to have our beloved Wi-Fi IP and our DroidCam port. Now, on your window here, you're going to have Wi-Fi IP and DroidCam port. We're going to type in that information here. So we have 192.168.0.128. For me, yours will probably be different, so type in whatever yours says. And my DroidCam port is 4747. Yours may be different. Put in whatever your phone tells you, okay? Phone off, you gotta click activate, click OK. And here it is, here's our phone. Now you'll notice it's really slow. And this was some feedback that I got from a lot of people on on the comments of the last video is, wow, why is it so slow, Sam? Like, this is ridiculous. This is unusable. I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go into our DroidCam app, and we're going to click on the top right corner there, and we're going to see settings. Now, there's a couple different settings that you can change here. You're going to go to video. I like to enable manual options, okay? Encoder options. You'll notice your target bitrate. If your target bitrate is all the way up here at 20 megabits per second, turn it down, right? You could probably get away, honestly, with about 4. Okay, so we're gonna set it to 4. Target quality is another thing that you might consider changing. You could change it all the way, if it's on 90, might consider changing it down to 75, okay? So I'll choose 75 there. We're gonna go back, go to camera, and then you can also change it to target FPS 30 frames per second, or if you want to try 60 frames per second, that's fine too. Just know that at 60 frames per second is going to take up twice as much data, bandwidth throughput, you know, as 30 frames per second, okay? And then you have a couple other options here. Disable the OIS/EIS is optical image stabilization / electronic image stabilization. Right? And then remember camera parameters. All that stuff doesn't really matter too much with regards to the throughput of the data and whatnot. So you don't really need to worry about that too much. So let's turn that off, and let's go ahead and activate our camera again. And you'll see that is much better. That is way better already. And all we really did was change the megabits per second, right? I mean, if we zoom in here, I mean, that's pretty slick. That's good, I would think, right? That's definitely usable. So, and as always with Wi-Fi, it's gonna depend on your connection speeds. It's gonna depend on a lot of different things. So don't stress too much about it, right? Wi-Fi this is great if all of a sudden you need to get up and you're trying to show something in another room, or if you're trying to show something in your studio and you can't just grab your camera off the mount and bring it over, right? This is great. This is a great mobile camera, right? Something to use for a short little stint and then you're done. USB is what I would recommend if you want to use this as your main camera. So let's talk about how to do that. So first things first, let's come over here. Let's deactivate our camera here. Let's click OK. All right. Now, what we got to do first off, bring up our phone. We need to go to our settings here. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down to System. And you'll notice that I have here developer options enabled. If you do not have developer options enabled, you need to go to About Phone, scroll all the way down to the bottom to your build number, tap it 1,000 times until you say, hooray, you're a developer. Go and look for developer options again. Okay, so we're going to click into developer options, and we're going to scroll all the way down. Not all the way down, just a little bit down to there, USB debugging. We need to make sure that that is turned on. And you'll see here it says allow USB debugging. USB debugging is intended for development purposes only. What that means is developers, when they're developing Android apps, will plug their phone into their computer to actually run the app on their phone. That's what it's referring to. Other than that, it's the way that you can connect your phone's system to your computer's system. Otherwise, it just acts as a big flash drive. So you have to enable USB debugging for that to work. Now we're gonna turn that off. And what we need to do is we need to plug in our phone. So I'm gonna go plug in my phone. I'm gonna plug in my phone real quick. Okay, so my phone is plugged in. Now you're gonna notice something, right there, perfect. Allow USB debugging. When you plug in your phone into your computer, it's gonna ask you, allow USB debugging? And what you're gonna do, my computer is unfortunately a little bit a ways away, so just bear with me. Yeah, click that little checkbox and you're gonna click allow, and you're gonna be good to go. Now, if I was smart, I would just grab a longer USB cable, but this is kind of funny, I think. I think so, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being cringe. No clue, but we're gonna work with it. So then what you're gonna do is you're actually going to go back into your DroidCam app here, okay? And then you're gonna, oh goodness gracious, you're gonna come into your DroidCam source, and you're going to refresh device list, and it might sit there and think for a while. Give it a little patience, but then you'll see Pixel 7 Pro USB, blah, 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 blah. Click activate, and there you have it, your webcam on a phone. See, it's like fetch away over there. Hi, how are you doing? But yeah, this is way better. I mean, if you look, let me fetch. If you look, like the hands match up almost perfectly, almost free. A little bit of latency, right? There's a lot going on in the computer. That's a lot of data. But that being said, that's not bad. That's way better than a dinky webcam. So now there's one problem you might run into, and I'll be completely honest. There's one problem you might run into, and that is USB drivers. Okay, I have the solution. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to simply come out here. We're just gonna go ahead and deactivate this, right? But we're gonna go up here, and I'm gonna leave links to all this in the description down below, so don't even worry about it. But here are install OEM USB drivers. Depending on the model, I guess the make of your phone. So if it's an LG phone, if it's a Samsung phone, if it's a Google Pixel phone, if it's a Huawei phone, if it's a OnePlus phone, if it's a, ZTE phone, all these different brands of Android phones that exist in the world. You need to make sure that you download the specific driver for that brand, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll down here. We'll zoom in a little bit. Scroll down. OEM drivers, baby. Choose whichever one it is here that you need to get, okay? So like I said, even if you have a Sharp phone, I didn't even know Sharp made phones, but they do apparently. So there you go, right? Sony phones, ZTE, Xiaomi, Toshiba phones, Kyocera phones. If your make and model and stuff isn't on here, Google, whatever USB drivers. Make sure you get it from the right source though. Like if you're looking for a Nokia driver, make sure you're getting it from Nokia.com, not NokiaDriversRUs.com. / spam. Anyway, so you'll download that, and then what you'll need to do is we're going to come down here to the bottom right click, computer management, click device manager, scroll all the way down. Now it's going to be under one of a couple things, either other devices here. It's going to be under portable devices here, or it's going to be under one of these universal serial bus controllers, right? Or universal serial bus device. In my case, it's under this one, Pixel 7 Pro. Right click, go to properties, go to driver. We're going to go update driver, browse my computer for driver. Let me pick from a list of available drivers on my computer, and you'll see ADB device, WinUSB device. Choose whichever one actually works for you, okay? After you've installed your driver, right? Just do whichever one works for you, okay? So click next, installing drivers. Ideally what will happen when you plug in your phone is it'll just work, right? That's the dream at least, right? That your phone just kind of works. I understand that that's not always the case. So in case it's not the case for you, there it is, just in case. Now I want to show you how to add the remote to the OBS dock. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come to our Pixel 7 Pro here, and we're going to take this Wi-Fi IP and this DroidCam port, and we're going to copy this, go to our browser, go to paste that there, colon, our DroidCam port minus 4747. Yours is probably going to be, it might be the same, it might be something different, just whatever the information in that little window was in OBS, put that there. Okay, hit enter, and voila, we have the remote. Now it says video inactive, so if we come into OBS here, we click activate, we have our camera active again, right? Yoo-hoo. Okay, so we can come back to our web page now, and we can hit Control R, refresh the page, and now it's all not opaque. It's not grayed out, right? And we can play with all the different settings here, right? So exposure lock, here, I'll move my camera over here. Exposure value, so if you want to make your camera brighter or darker, whatever it is you want to do, that's cool. 50% right here is going to be halfway through. You can choose which camera you want to go to, white balance, you can zoom, you can stop it, And then you can even pop it out here in case you want it just in a little tiny window somewhere. You can do that too. Now, the real power in this comes when you copy this URL. You minimize your window here. Click OK here. Go to Docs, Custom Browser Docs. Nope. DroidCam Remote. Paste the URL here. Click Apply, and it thinks about it, and voila. Now you have it all here. Perfect. And you can just slip that right there, and bada bing, bada boom. Now you have a little camera for your webcam. You can click Apply there, click Close, right? And so if I... Screw it. So you'll see, you'll see my camera here, right? If we click the zoom button here and we zoom in, right? You can see how it zooms in. That's pretty cool. Exposure value, you can choose the exposure value if you want it brighter, darker, right? If you want to choose a different white balance, you can do manual white balance. You can make it warmer, you can make it cooler, right? All these cool little things that you can do with this. It's so dope. I love it. I love it. This is hands down the easiest way to get a high quality webcam for super cheap for your stream. So there's no need to go spending $1,000 on a DSLR like this, or a cheapo freaking Chinese webcam that's gonna make you look like this, you know, straight trash. But anyway, guys, that's the tutorial. That's it. That's the whole story. That's all she wrote. It's that easy. Okay. So if you have any questions, leave your questions down below in the comments. I have all the links in the description. Be sure to hit the subscribe button while you're down there too, because that'd be very cash money of you. But also come check me out on Twitch. I stream every Monday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you're interested, come chat. I love answering questions. I love and I live for answering questions like this and teaching and whatnot. So definitely come say hi. And guys, if you want to see something else cool that you can do, check out this video here, somewhere here. On how you can make YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikToks super easily right inside of OBS. Click that video and I'll see you there.